Bygone, here we go. Right, so. What we got? No one yet. Wow. I must have clicked the wrong sentence. Oh, there's 5 people waiting. 5 people in the crowd waiting to come in. Welcome in, everybody. What we got? That's a new one. So who else we got? How many years have you played guitar? Started when Oasis came out. The rock band Oasis. And they did a video interview with NME, and Noel Gallagher basically give us the go ahead to do it. So yeah, I play on the acoustic and I play on Black Beauty, which is an encore vintage. So yeah. Do you play it yourself? But welcome in everybody. Been a busy, busy day. Massively busy. So anyway, there's three. Where's the other one? So we've got Sighted and PAG guitar. You should get some home recording equipment. Yeah. Got some. I have couple of amplifiers, guitars, and yeah, been a long day. Various different bits and pieces. 2 acoustics, and like what I like to write my own stuff as well. But today I have spent most of today working on www.geordie-nation.co.uk, and just recently in the past 3 bit hours creating something brand spanking new. So welcome in. So whereabouts are you both from? Because we have Sighted and PAG guitar. Whereabouts are you from? So I was born and raised up in the northeast of England. Wrexham! I see. So you're up north as well. Well, I moved from there 2019 to live in Nottingham, where I am currently resided. And I do 11:30 and 7 p.m. if nothing is happening. And we've got Harley 200. Welcome in. Crypto fan again. Good evening. How is the meeting preparation going? Are you ready for? It's not it's not an interview, and I have now something brand new, which is going to push the following. Its sole job is to push www.seeking-u.co.uk, www.geordie-nation.co.uk, this YouTube channel, and more, all in one place. You have the world's most sharpest cheekbones. Whoa, these. Thank you very much. That's the first time I've been told that flattering comment. But thank you anyway. So, what else we got? Exciting developments. Yes, you are. Yeah, definitely. And Leslie Murphy, you're so good. Have you ever thought of adding lessons to your can't even pronounce that word, journey? I'd like to say Black Beauty. Black Beauty, It's in the bedroom sitting next to a Fender 100 Champion amplifier, which is loud. But I do many videos. Well, there's loads of videos where I'm playing Black Beauty here on Paul Gallant 3675 YouTube channel. So plenty for you to have a look at. In you, I hear Geordie Nation is quantum secure. Yes, and more. More is just happened in the past. What time are we on now? 7:10. So in the past 4 hours, we've got something brand new. And it just took 4 hours and lots of closing programs to open programs to run programs to shut programs. Whoa, it is mental. And I only just remembered time was kicking on. What adult learning have you done recently? We should do a pub quiz night, such as, oh, give our man, really? Seriously? That will be etched on my gravestone. HTML. But the ERC20 is a Ethereum smart contract where you have to write the instructions, you have to name it. So, yeah. I don't know, in you ain't got a clue. But what I've just set up over the past 4 hours, there's a hope. The hope is we get more people here in the next few coming weeks and months to jump and jump and keep on jumping. And watching all of the memberships as well also jump. HTML stands for How to Meet Ladies. Okay, well, that's your abbreviation. That's fine. We've got the well, I've got something brand new. That's true, and it's running in the background while I'm chatting here. So that's positive. But and I heard a whisper, so I'm going to check it in 1 moment. See if this is right. See if the whisper was right. More matches. Oh, yes, it is right. So Saturday, 28th, we've got Everton at home. So the whisper was right. Will the wind farm be built by 2030? I would accept so. Yeah, I would think in the next 16 months. You'd see videos of it anyway. And you'll be, well, in the videos, you'll hear me talking to those who are sticking the bolts into the concrete. And yeah, that will happen. The thing is with the wind farm, what you're probably thinking is the great big gigantic 150 meters. Is that what you're thinking? Because that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 30-foot turbines, where you got turbines, panels all the way across the field in units. So, yeah. Now, there's 88 here and one like Can we address that? You're here to watch and to learn, because most of my videos are adult learning. Joshua, good evening. The 150-foot wind turbines are the ones I think of. Yeah, well, you can get smaller, which are for your house. You wouldn't want a 150-foot one at the bottom of your garden, would you? Let's be honest. I wouldn't. So I've gone for 30-foot telescopic. You can lower it, but maximum height is 30 foot. I think because they are the most effective. Not really, they're an ISO. When you're going up the M1 and you go past Sheffield, as you wind around up to connect to Manchester and other places, you can see these ugly things on either side of the road. And they do look ugly. Yes, I've got quite a long garden, so I don't think I'd worry too much. So, Inu, how many acres has your house got? Is it more than 50 or less? The huge ones kill birds. I would say so, yeah. Birds fly, turbines turn. Smack. Hawaiian Steve, is the crash test complete? I haven't looked at the crash test since what, 2:45, when I tried something else. Less than 50 acres, or is it yards in you? Which one is it? Is it acres or is it yards or what? But where the crash testing, fingers crossed, has all been completed. I mean, it's been a long, long day. Less than 50 acres, more than 50 yards. Okay. And Daz the voice. Good evening, Daz. Now, today, Daz, while I was over on TikTok, went into ePhones UK. They were doing this thing with a smartwatch for about 30 odd quid. And they mentioned a tablet. Well, a tablet which is bigger than this one. Yeah, this one's 7-inch. But this other tablet was bigger. And I said to them about the phone I sent back. So I'm just waiting to hear. And you had the time for TikTok. I thought you were working hard. Yeah, working on laptop, TikTok, multitasking, both at the same time, plus running a test. How and you's a bit of a slave driver. Gordon Bennett, man. Honestly. But from what I've done today, and this was what I was told, there will no longer be any going into command prompt ever again. I bypassed it completely. So that's a positive. Because that bit when you open your terminal, like I said this afternoon, it can be scary. Because it'll turn around and you'll type something, it'll turn around and say, command not found, command not found. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so command prompt is adult learning. Yeah, well, kind of. But I mean, when it's asking you to do something and it says that command is not there, well, can't do right for doing wrong. Well, yeah, this is the thing, Daz. You got to like Steve Wraith of NUFC Matters, who is live right now, would say, if you put your head over the parapet, watch out because someone's going to shoot bullets in your direction, you know? And it's honestly true. So now I have this new thing. It says I don't press command prompt ever again. I consider that to be a bonus. Leslie, the old command not found. Yeah, it was, man. It was so annoying. The most annoying bit is a lot of the programs from 2024 to right now says to do this, 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 and then in the instructions is type this into command prompt, and you go, oh no, not again. But I don't have to do that anymore, so that's a bonus. Learning commands is important, yeah, but hold on a second, crypto fan dash UK. Hold on a second. I applied to go to this semester at Nottingham College, meant to send me an email. My email got lost amongst the billions and billions of emails because it certainly didn't come to my email account to say, come in and speak to an instructor at a day time. Now, there is a bonus, and the bonus is this. I can do that in this September, months and months away, and say, when do you have your open day? Straight front. And then they tell you a date between this date and that date. You go in and you speak to them at reception. I'm here. Who do I speak to? I didn't know you applied and didn't know they had millions of applicants. Well, you learn something new. I mean, the millions. Okay, fair enough. A little bit of exaggeration. Another year wasted. No, it's not. It's not. Why is it not another year wasted? Because I said last year, Inu will tell you the same. I said last year that seeking-u.co.uk would appear and geordie-nation.co.uk would appear. They're both online. The other things, which is the Mighty Magpie Show, I'm waiting to hear from Singapore. Then, bush, we go. That's the voice. Wasted. Nothing is wasted when Mr. G sells his quantum security shield. Well, Inu is a 1,000,000% right. And it was Inu that actually pointed it out to us. I mean, I know Inu had turned around and says $1 billion. We don't use dollars here in the UK. But you can still kind of go down the same line. Crypto Paul would be on course right now had the university emailed him back. Well, it wasn't a university, it was the college, Nottingham College Hub, who I went in to speak to. Because I showed you, I was there. You know, I'm sitting on a seat showing you where I am, and, you know, you can't do any more than that apart from like continue week in, week out, knock on to reception and say, I need to speak to somebody. And then it gets a bit obsessive. Do you know what I'm saying? I bet the Chinese intercept the email from the college to sabotage. Well, I don't know. Can you seek a lot of progress on CE News since I looked at it last? Depends when you looked at it last, because it has been upgraded at least 10 times. You can just apply online on their website. When you go and speak to somebody on reception and they write down your email address, what's the point of them writing it down? What's the point? It is basically writing it down so that when they're typing it up onto their system, it pops up. And then when it comes round to that future date, hey, send Paul a message. He's interested. That's simple. Then you go in, you speak to either a lady or a man. This is what I want to do. Bosh. Done. Yeah? And Daz is right. Daz is correct. Spot on. I can't believe Paul is having to I'm going to have to keep explaining this come about 2031, 2032. And the reason why is this. You either want to learn or you don't. And I've come across people, even here in Nottingham, can't be bothered. No, don't. I didn't want to know. Because they have got to the point where I know enough to get me through to my retirement, and I don't give a rat's backside, sort of thing, you know. That receptionist has a lot more on their time. It's not their job to look after you. It's to do it yourself. Apply right now on their website, live on stream. Well, if I did that live on stream, yeah, I'm opening another window, means you're not going to see anything because the camera is going to go off. Now, I can do it afterwards when I've checked in with the big brain, because I've got to do that as well. I want to learn, when can you show us your spag bol recipe? Well, yeah, spag bol. Quite easy. The camera doesn't go off when you change tabs. Isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, camera is still on. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Right. Okay. We'll do that one. And that one. Come on, work yourself out. Oh, well. There we go. Right. Allow all. Need help? Yeah. So go back to YouTube as it's already opened. So I have the AI thing as well as all of the other boxes waiting on the City Hub. So done. That means as soon as this is finished, I can then type in the request and hit send. Good, good, good. And in new crypto. Hopefully Windows tabs are all covered in lesson 1. One thing I will be doing when I do go to the college is taking the laptop with us to see it. How do I do this? Show me. And follow what they're saying. good stuff. Let's get it done now. I've got the window open to do it, so yeah, that'll be done. Now, can we help you write your request? No. I'm just going to ask you basic stuff because that's what it is, basic. You know, I mean, it's learning to a degree and pushing as well, which is why the second one is already on. Thank you. Thank you very much, Team Gallant. Excellent. I'm going to give you a like for that. That's superb. So there's a heart and be the first. Right. Where do I take? Oh, there it is. Thank you very much. And then press send. Bosh. There we go. You got a response as well. Hey. And here's what I was saying earlier. Yeah. To do an 11:30 in the morning, catching people, to do a 7 p.m. That's kind of where you're going to find me, but there will be uploads in between where I'm showing you things or I'm trying to do things. So yeah, excellent. What a lovely gesture. So yes, and Leslie is saying he will use this for the website progress. Yeah, everything I'm trying to do, even like I said on X earlier when I shared the live on X. What I'm looking at doing is this. These things cost money. Apart from one doesn't. The new one, which is sitting on my bottom of my toolbar, that's free. And it's free forever. So that's a bonus. And it said the YouTube was also the same. So it's just getting everything else all lined up. So they go boom, 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 boom. Every video, boom, 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 to different places. You will have to do an interview as part of the college course application. Well, if I have to, I mean, what they said to me was, we're going to give you dates to come in to speak to the tutor and tell the tutor what you are hoping to do, what your plans are. Whether that's an interview or not, I don't know. But if it is, then so be it. We'll do that. And by the time September comes round, my little helper will have more people here. We'll have to put chat onto slow mode. And we'll hopefully have a lot more on www.seeking-u.co.uk. And the hope is also the same with www.geordie-nation.co.uk. So we can build everything at the same time. When are you going to start streaming? There's only so many hours in a day in you. That's the honest truth. I ain't going to BS anybody. If I'm like sitting from 8 o'clock until gone 2 o'clock on crash test system, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that while I'm doing the, was it FN and PRTSC, which is F10 on this laptop, to share it straight in and say, this is what I've got on screen. which is the right button to press. This is my way of adult learning. Copy, share, and paste it into the prompt box, and then wait for it to tell me which direction to go. Because as you can see, there's nobody behind us. Leslie, lots of form filling in. He's good at that. Leslie thinks I'm good at filling in forms. Okay. But from where we were last year, 2025, to where we're going this year, is a bit like, who remembers Star Wars? The Millennium Falcon. That's kind of what we're going to be doing. And part of it's already done. So yes, I am really looking forward to progress. I'm looking forward to smashing through 2K and then up from that. Hitting light speed. You've got it, Daz. You've got it. Hitting light speed. And just so, I mean, Daz has seen Star Wars like many of yous, right? I want you to think about it this way. In the Millennium Falcon scene where he goes, let's get out of here, and the screen just goes all that weight, try imagining this just as an idea. Not going at speed of light, no. How's about this one? Blink and you're there. Hitting light speed in you, I've not seen it. Will you do a watch along with you? You want me to watch Star Wars again? Suppose I could. But it would be boring for a lot of people because it's a very, very old film. Now, we've got 12 people here, only 2 likes. How shake a leg, man. And CryptoFan UK, I'm looking forward to Mr. J, the college years. Well, I was in college around about the late 80s at Newcastle College, but we were downstairs, the basement. And the basement's massive. It's just massive. And we was in one of these big rooms where there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 5 different rows of computers. Then you had your wall with the computers and the mat. So there was enough space for, I reckon, must have been 30 students. There wasn't 30 students there, like, but there was space for that many students. Beam me up, Scotty. That's Star Trek. Yeah, that is Star Trek. I thought they brought the computers in. Yes, when I was leaving comprehensive. Yes, the computers. There was 4 or 5 box Luton vans, one with the shutter at the back. It was 5 of them. And as I was going through the door to go home, no more school, it was the receptionist who went, whoa, where you going? Come here, I want to show you something. And the school had won an award. Wasn't much, 500 quid, but it still won, you know. And as I went back to the door, I opened the door for one of the delivery guys, came in, and one had Amstrad, one had Commodore. It was written on the box. What did you learn? What, at school? I learned many things at school. When I went to the college, Newcastle College in the guts, that was Clate. And Clate is your just after MS DOS. Well, the black screen where command prompt is. That's where I mean. And 500 quid got them 5 Luton vans. Well, there was the vans who were parked outside in the car park. They may not have all have had computers in, but there was definitely quite a few there because I walked past the buggers. And, when I walked past them, I was like, computers, computers. Okay, right. I'll check out when I've been to the career centre because that's where the school said. On Monday morning, get yourself to the career centre. And I was like, where's that? And they just said to us, go round the city hall. Fair enough. I know where the city hall is. Corvo, what did you study at college? Well, years ago, I started off with Clate, which is the very basics of. You had floppy disks in those days. Then I also did a music course, and the music course was good. But yeah, would you get a student loan to cover your course? Quite controversial in the media at the moment. I don't know. I'll speak to the college though. I've got not the City Hub, Nottingham College page open to speak to them. But I want to just know why, if I've give them my email address, why they didn't send me an email saying, right, it's August, you need to come in and speak to somebody. What music qualification was it? If you got it, wasn't it was I went in there and there was a number of different people. One wanted to play the drums, one wanted to play bass guitar, and we started doing practice songs of "Killing Me Softly" by "Killing Me Softly" by I think that was the Fugees, and we did a number of different ones. But yeah, that song "Killing Me Softly" is rock solid because what you want to play, you've got to slow it down, and yeah, that each place we went. I went to a place called John Marley for the music, which is middle of Scotchwood. Uh, yeah, well, it's such a hard song to play, really, truly, because of the beat, the way that they played it. I mean, it was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but to play it yourself, rock hard. But yeah, so yeah, Corvo, we have now something on the bottom tool, the bottom toolbar. There is something on there, and that is aimed directly at YouTube, um, both of the www dots and more. And where it came from Opus 4.6 over the past 3 and a bit hours. Buffalo Soldier might have been a better choice of song. Well, I mean, it was what people in the group wanted to learn. It wasn't like my personal preference, because I would have probably said Pink Floyd, like Comfortably Numb or one of the other songs. Nottingham College Digital Skills for Beginners starts on March the 5th till the end of May, £137. All right. But do they want, well, I suppose I'll find that one out. Do they want 137 bang on the nail like what flew over AI did? Shine on You Crazy Diamond, epic. Do you know my favourite song of Moment Relapse of Reason? They played that at Earl's Court. And I honestly, I had the biggest banging headache. I thought my head was going to explode because we were right up at the top of Earl's Court. And when you moved, you was like, whoa, we're getting a bit sick, because you're right up high, where they had all these flags draping down, and we were actually higher than the flags. That tells you how high we were. And like I say, my heat was exploding. And then the lights dimmed, and the song where you hear all the bombers and the aircraft in the air coming towards you, and me head started to clear, and I was like, "This is epic." But I will say this much: you were that high up, all you could see was like they looked like little ants down in the main hall. Them AI Star Wars episodes are unreal. Oh yeah. Tuition fees may be waived for an adult and community courses if you are in receipt of certain benefits or have a low income. Please see our free fee and financial support page. Okay, yes, I'll do that. CryptoFund UK. Consider that done. Leslie, Killing Me Softly is a drum sample, so it's more important to create an. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I enjoyed it because, like I say, it was in your face, basically. You got your guitar, do, 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 do. And where it really kicked off for me personally was I was watching YouTube and NME magazine popped up. So I looked on it. The thumbnail was Noel Gallagher of Oasis. I was like, fair enough, I'll watch this. And he turned round and says, don't overcomplicate the music. Just keep it simple. And when you do that, words kind of appear in your head. So you write them down. Try it. Doesn't work that way. Rearrange it. Definitely, some good advice. Definitely. And that's what it's all about. I mean, earlier, Corvo, we had Heme, Heme Dash Returns, and he went on a rant, So I put him on a timeout for 30 minutes, and still didn't stop, But you can't please everybody. It's impossible. Truly, I mean, it is. I've tried it when I was bus driving up in Newcastle, please everybody. You cannot do it, man. Less is more sometimes. Maybe, yeah, I mean, you know, as I said to some of the people which are here in chat, mission began last year around March time, wanting to do something different. And I did that different, and I've upgraded it since it was created. I've updated it, 10 times. So sometimes it's good. Now, the good thing with what's sitting on my bottom toolbar at the moment is when we can have a conversation, because it's going to have a big, big prompt, and then I'm going to let it do its thing with the hope if it does every single thing I'm asking it to do. And if it does that, the people who will be in chat on the summer and into autumn, it's going to grow. That's why I'm doing it. Because I'm going to show it what I want and how it's going to do that. I'm a fan of eggy bread, but it doesn't half stink the kitchen out. I had eggy bread, Steve-O, for the first time in my life. I'd gone with a friend to his sister's. We stopped overnight, and for breakfast, that's what she was making, eggy bread. And I was like, yo, this is beautiful. And she went, right, Craig, go out and get me some more bloody eggs. But very true, yeah. And his sister was called Tracy, and honestly, God, she was rock solid. And neighbours were even scared of her, you know. But these things happen. And she went on to marry somebody and divorced after a year or two. Yeah. I mean, my mum tried me years ago with cabbage, Brussels sprouts, yeah, green beans, you know, the ones that come in the jacket, etc. And one of the things I couldn't honestly stand, mushy peas. Yuck. It's like even broccoli, you know, it was like I didn't have broccoli till I was 21. Crypto fan, maybe you could marry her and she could protect you on the streets of Benwell. I don't need protect on the streets of Benwell, man. Gordon Bennett. Benwell born and bred. Okay, I'm not in Benwell anymore, but I know the area. In Benwell, the hope is between now and 2030, it'll go through some changes, especially the main Benwell shops that desperately need something done to it. Desperately. Paul has celebrity status in Benwell, saying Steve-O. Don't know about that. But what I do know is this. Between now and 2030, we're going to push forward to do changes along from the graveyard to the other graveyard. Because there's two. Still rough. Yeah, well, it's going to be. If people don't care about the community, that's what happens. Yeah. Look at Eddie H. of Tyneside Life. He's taken a walk through Critters Park, through Elsick, talking to people, and some people, oh, didn't come here with a camera. Who are you like? You know what I mean? And this is why, like, I watched his videos where he was talking about that, gave a comment, hyped him, because you hype your video content creators these days, and says to him, it's a shame that he's not doing Newcastle United content anymore, but he got driven down that road. It wasn't his idea. He just got that many people, bosh, bosh, bosh. He just decided that's it. Yeah, yes, you're right. Yeah. It's quite normal not to want to be filmed. Yeah, well, this is reason why when I will be doing bus trips soon, I'll have this, and when I'm speaking to people, it'll be little bit lower, but I'll say to them, "You're going to be heard, but not seen, unless you tell me you want to be filmed. That way, you will hear me and what they're talking about, just not seeing them face to face. And because it's a moving vehicle, you will see in the background behind us the journey while I'm talking. Uh, Sharon, uh, where did that fly come from? Um, I don't know anything about football because but I love hearing how passionate you are. Well, my first trip wasn't to St James's Park. It was to the RVI, Wimbledon. And as we were going along where the old Lee's stand was, Newcastle United scored, and I jumped up a shock into her arms. And what the heck was that? And she says, "That's Newcastle United. They've just scored a goal." And very soon afterwards, I went into the Lee's where we were, stood in there, bad night, and then heard the noise on the other side. Says, "I've got to join them. They're too quiet in the Lee's." So I did. Crypto fan is saying, "Can't be having the filth. What? Can't be having the FILTH in here. He'll get done." Huh? I don't get that. Did I miss something there? I don't get that. Um, do you have the Jedi Force? No, just got an overactive imagination. In you, that's the opposite of kids. Kids are not seen but not heard, while Paul's guests will be heard but not seen. Oh, got you. So Sharon is saying, "Oh, thank you." And in you, "Another great story. You need to write your memoirs. Maybe 2030, maybe. Depends. If all of the objectives are complete, done, and I've obviously moved to a new house, so you'll not see that behind. Sorry, you'll not see that behind us anymore. When that happens, then we're going to do a room tour, room by room. Yeah. Um. What's it? Does timed out crypto? Okay. Um. The the filth is a derogatory term for copper. Isn't copper the stuff that goes into your radiator in your house? Or is it something else? Let me know. I take comments like that offensive. Yeah. Sharon saying, bye Crypto, good to see he was shown where the door was. Okay. In you, sounds like you're going to have a very busy 2030. Everything is queuing up to get done. Well, one thing in you. www.seeking-u is ready, secured, and crash tested multiple different ways. It also has the quantum computing part as well, which, thanks to you, that was put in there. Now, when it gets to what I've projected, 1 million on there, we'll have a meetup somewhere and we will basically have a meal. And it may be like coming up to Newcastle for a game, stopping overnight, and booking a meal at one of the restaurants. My treat. Yeah. Will the new house be bigger? Yes. Yes. Much bigger. It has a special feature, but you'll find the special feature when I'm in that room. That's as much as I'm going to tell you as a teaser. Right, so what ways have you crash tested from above and below? Everything. Sharon is saying, Paul, in you is pulling your leg. There's no such thing as quantum computer protection. Well, I mentioned it to Lovable the other day. Reason why I mentioned it to Lovable, there's a lady, I believe she's American, and she has a YouTube channel, just like I have. And she does a clone while she's doing other things. The Dr. McCoy clone, where she's wearing an old Star Trek with the communicator here. And she was talking about it, well, less than a week ago, saying the quantum space could, not saying it will, but could go down the route of somebody being unscrupulous for their own goals. But like I say, and I wanted protection. We have multi-layer protection with both Seeking You and Geordie Nation. The Geordie Nation one was today, and that was from 8 o'clock until about 2:45. Crash test, boom, crash test, boom. But how can you protect it? Something that doesn't exist yet. The video from the lady, there was another one today. As far as I'm aware, these are the super computers currently. IBM, Dell, Apple, AIX, maybe Grok, Meta, Amazon have similar, because they've got the money. They've got the 100 billion you need for these data centers. Does, yeah, you're right, mate. Sharon is saying, no offense, I love you, but it's a bit silly to think that people will use $1 billion technology to attack your website. One thing you've got to understand, Sharon, is this. Not everybody thinks the same. Where you live, your neighbours may have a different opinion about you, even though you live right next door to them. And because of that, there are people who only want power. That's their goal, ultimate power. And these people have access to unlimited things. Some of those people, in their past time, have done things, and like I say, they got away with it. So anything's possible. I mean, you look at like the big players in the space. Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Microsoft with, it was Steve Bull, and before that it was Steve Ballmer. Not sure who's in charge now, but there are people who have the skills to put a message to a supercomputer. Yeah. And if they want it for their own aim, you've got to remember, if you have a large user base, they're going to want to have a look at that, because that's money, user data, etc. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Dad's the voice. Robert. You can't have an anti-fire protection because the East fire has started. Well, what I'm saying is this, things that are being put into motion, those things are put into motion for a purpose. The purpose is platforms rock solid, so that somebody tries to do something, that Sentinel, not today, as simple as that, not today, and just pushes it to one side. That way, people know straight away they're safe. I don't understand a lot about computers. What I do understand is getting a case, getting the components that go inside, putting them all in there, fitting it together. It's an hour, two, it tops, then switching it on. And if it doesn't boot, check you haven't missed a plug. You've got to put it into the board. But yeah. I'm not an expert in you. I've just got an excited brain. I mean, I remember somebody saying this some time ago. Are you on the spectrum? And I went, which spectrum's that? Because they went like a few seconds later, that went straight over his head. which it did, because they didn't understand. You're just a Geordie girl. Well, born and bred, Benmore. Doesn't get more Geordie than that, you know. So, we have been here an hour and 10 minutes, 12 people here and only 4 likes. Daz is right. That's shocking, man. But the good thing is this. Now that I have this thing at the bottom of my toolbar, massive changes incoming. Changes are going to affect the hub, which is seeking-u.co.uk, jory-nation.co.uk, this YouTube channel where yous are all in, and more. There's always more. Because I wanted to be the very first person to do this. Nobody else is showing anything online. Everything's just about Newcastle United. Newcastle United. I do songs on Newcastle United. And I do that because I'm passionate. Now, up there too. Damn right. My hope is this: in years to come, maybe we will get another Night of the Realm at St. James's Park. I honestly think that. We currently, at this moment in time, we have a game coming up with either Chelsea or Barcelona. Then, after that game, it's the quarterfinals, semi-finals, then the final. And the chronicler was saying earlier something. Let me find what it said. Douche, douche, do 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 douche, douche, douche. Where are you? Chronicle. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Why has that changed? Why has that changed? Where's the other one then? Is this the other one? There is the emails have changed unless I deleted it because me inbox is filling up. Newcastle given blunt stadium response after the CEO David Hopkinson update. Get on with it. But we shall see. Now, hey, come on. Right. I thank everybody for coming in. Much appreciated. Much love to you all. So I'm going to start closing down. Just remember, there will be video in memberships. So if you want to watch the videos, you've got to be a member. Yeah. And you wishing you could make me blush one day. You never know. You never know. So I hope to catch you all 11:30. and then 7 tomorrow. And I will be updating, showing you some screenshots and posting that. So now you know. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your beautiful evening. And before you leave, smack the like and subscribe. See you all later.